Hello and welcome back to the channel Ginger Ninja's Movie Reviews. I am the Ginger Ninja and these are my movie reviews. If you're new to the channel, thank you very much for tuning in, stopping by and checking it out. For my returning viewers, thank you very much for sticking with me as we get through Apocalypse April. Now we're wrapping it up now with a very special movie, or a sentimental movie to me anyway, The Omega Man from 1971. This is my DVD copy here. I've had it for many years. And it is one of my personal favourites. So, directed by Boris Sagal, it stars Charlton Heston, Anthony Zerbe, Rosalind Cash, and many more. I will be discussing the plot. There will be spoilers ahead, so if you haven't seen this film or read the book or seen I Am Legend, well, you're in for spoilers. So, biological war has decimated life on Earth. Los Angeles is a windswept ghost town where Robert Neville drives around in his convertible through sunlit streets foraging for supplies. That's the IMDb plot. Now the movie is going to kick off behind me, so let's try and ignore that, but you can see the way it's shot and you can see him driving around. Anyway, this is probably one of my favourite post-apocalyptic films. It's also probably one of the first I ever saw, and probably it's probably one of the ones where I saw where the human race had been essentially wiped out, and it's pretty much what introduced me to this genre of film. 70s films for me have this very different feel to them, and it's a vibe which has not been replicated, not to the degree of, you look at Logan's Run, Soylent Green, Planet of the Apes, they just have not managed to capture this same look, this same feel. I don't know what it is about it, but it's just this feeling all the way through it, the desolation, the isolation, the hopelessness that it does capture. Personally, it's part of why I like it. Now the cast is, love or hate Charlton Heston, you can't deny that as a leading man, he does have that charisma, and he exudes this old school masculinity, man's man kind of person. He's great in this role. Anthony Zerbe is good as well. He plays the head of the family, basically the head villains of this film, and he's got this way of speaking that's very calm but scary as well. And Rosalind Cash is great as the love interest and also protagonist of this film, alongside Charlton Heston. So, the directing is pretty good. As you can see in the background, the landscape is just, it's got this desolate feel to it, and he does a really good job of showcasing the abandoned city, the deserted city, and there's a sense of unease and isolation all the way through it, which he brings across quite well. The writing is a bit tough. It's based on the novel I Am Legend by Richard Matheson, which was then made into a movie, The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price, and then remade into this, and then remade again as I Am Legend starring Will Smith. So it has seen quite a few adaptations, and it has taken some from the novel, some from The Last Man on Earth. Probably the Will Smith vehicle is a little bit more not in line with the book, but none of them have been directly in line, but this is pretty close, I feel. But yeah, the writing wise for the film itself, really good. You can see Charlton Heston's Robert Neville barely holding on to sanity. He is really struggling with it. The effects, it was made in the 70s. You can't go in expecting, nowadays special effects, of course. And the physical effects are cool and they do look effective. The look of the family as their pale skin and all that, contact lenses, they've got sores, bullet wounds, blood, that looks good and all. What I did notice, and something that stood out for me, some of the background shots are actually still photos. So instead of shutting down a complete city, they'll take a still photo and show that as, there's no one here, and it's just that. They did the same with one of the characters who dies. Instead of having him there holding his breath. They would take a still photo, but that kind of does stand out. Only downside to it, I felt. Rewatchability is a big one because this one is a movie that I really enjoy, and it's without doubt one of my favourite post-apocalyptic films, and I could easily watch this year in, year out without fail. And to be honest, I probably haven't watched as much as I would like to recently, but going back on it, I really do enjoy it, and I really do get a big kick out of it. So for a score, The Omega Man for me gets a 9 out of 10. It is absolutely one of my all-time favourites. It's just got this really cool feel to it, this vibe about it that just has not been matched in any other post-apocalyptic film, not to this degree. So there you have it, my review of The Omega Man. Have you seen this one? What do you think of it? Let me know down in the comments below. Really do appreciate all your feedback with all the movies that I'm watching. It is really cool to hear your thoughts on it as well. So once again, thank you very much for watching. And also, if you have not already, please do hit that thumbs up button. And of course, liking this video is great, but subscribing to my channel is even more important. So thank you very much. Have a great day.